There's no way.
Should we get killed or should we go back?
It's not like somebody's house, you know. Look, hold. Shh. I don't know. There's a light on. I agree. I agree. This doesn't feel safe. This does not feel safe. Whoa, 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 whoa.
On June 17, 2025, Nomad Unknown uploaded one of her most personal updates yet, reflecting on the reality of life as a full-time traveler. After 8 consecutive months living out of her car, she opened up about the mental fatigue that had started to build, prompting a change in her approach. She called this new stage her dirtbag era, a period where she intends to stay longer in isolated wilderness spots, leaning into solitude and simplicity. For this update, she picked a secluded campsite tucked deep in the woods, arranging her setup so she could cook, relax, and work comfortably from the back of her vehicle. While she briefly mentioned safety, her focus remained on the basics: routine, comfort, and the small details of daily nomadic life. But what started as a calm retreat soon veered into something far more frightening.
I always like to have the most private side where I'm backed into, because it's where I spend more time, you know, cooking out the tailgate and stuff like that. I know a lot of people say back in for safety so you can pull away. Like, dude, if somebody's blocking me in, does it make more sense to ram them with the front of my car or the back of my car? Back of my car. That wasn't a question. Front end damage, I might not be able to drive anymore. Back end damage, probably can still drive. I'm not messing around, you know. Comes to that, it'll come to other things. All right, this is a great campsite.
While camped in the Bridger Teton National Forest, not far from Grand Teton National Park, she found herself in a terrifyingly close encounter with a grizzly bear. The moment happened in seconds. As she stood behind her car troubleshooting a video upload, she caught movement out of the corner of her eye.
So the other night, I was ever so casually standing at the back of my car. I wasn't actually cooking, I was just troubleshooting something on my phone because I was trying to upload a video. I had my chair back there, just hanging out like I usually do. And something caught the corner of my eye. And I looked up, and about 10 feet away from me, moving towards me, was a full-grown grizzly bear. By the time I rounded the corner to put the car in between me and the bear, it was probably like 6 feet away from me. Utter panic. Imagine you're just like hanging out like this, and then where that fire pit is, a grizzly walks up. Because that's what happened. I don't have my bear spray on me. It's on the other side of my car. Oh my God. Bear! Bear in camp!
Only to realize a full-grown bear was advancing. At barely 10 feet away, she reacted instinctively, darting behind her vehicle to place it between herself and the animal. The grizzly closed in to within 6 feet before abruptly veering away. Though she carried bear spray, it had been stashed close to her gear, not in hand, and the encounter was far too sudden to reach for it. Processing what had just happened, she quickly realized she wasn't the only one at risk. Other campers nearby had also mentioned odd noises earlier in the evening. As the bear circled her car and reappeared at the front, she shouted warnings to alert those in the area. Part of the incident made it onto video, but by then, the most dangerous moments were already over. She later explained how her body moved on autopilot, reacting before she even thought about it.
I feel like this bear was trying to attack me. No, but I also didn't feel like it was just like totally cool with me. And so I wanted to run, and I did start like moving kind of quickly. And then I had to catch myself to slow down because I was like, you are giving chase right now. Like, stop, slow down, and turn around. So I did. So the video's a little bit all over the place, but at that point I know that the boys had their bear spray in their hand and their car was open, and I just thought I will jump in their car if I need to right now, because I was defenseless. I think it was probably a little bit scared by the movement of all the other people. And I say all the other people, there's probably like 6 or 8 people in that area. And then that's when it crossed behind the rear of my car, basically where I had just been standing. You see in the video like how big it was in comparison to like my items, my car and everything. And then it just started cutting across the meadow, and I caught somebody else in camp on the other side was walking, and it caught my eye, and I was like, they don't know. And so I just screamed bear in camp. And those are like the only words I could get out of my mouth, because I was just in like 100% fight or flight mode at that time. I wasn't like fully like, I don't know. I just felt like it was just monkey brain. I was just like survival.
The instinct reminded her of past close calls in the wilderness, like nearly stepping on rattlesnakes during hikes. Eventually, the bear wandered into a meadow, but the danger wasn't gone. She spotted another camper in the distance, completely unaware, and yelled across the field to warn him. Still rattled, she accepted the offer of a safer parking spot for the night from fellow campers, finally allowing her to regain some calm after the scare. Later reflection made the moment even more unsettling. The grizzly had passed directly through the space where she had been standing only moments earlier. Seeing its massive frame compared to her small setup left an impression she knew she wouldn't forget. This encounter underscored just how fast things can escalate in bear country. Her biggest takeaway was simple but vital. Bear spray must always be kept within reach, never stored away. Solo camping provides unmatched freedom and peace. But after a near miss like this, one question lingers. How much risk is too much? Would you continue camping alone in grizzly territory after an encounter like this? The Channel Harbour Explorers returns once again to the Australian bush, this time journeying into the depths of Bindari National Park. The goal of this trip is to track down a mysterious tent, rumored to be tied to a chilling tragedy years ago, when a man's body was only partially recovered from a creek nearby. Joined by a friend, Harbour hikes roughly 5 kilometers into dense forest. Along the way, he recounts the unsettling backstory. The man, known for his passion for wild camping in this very park, was found dead under circumstances that remain unclear. Disturbingly, only his torso was ever located. Some believe the tent they're now searching for may have belonged to him, abandoned in the wilderness ever since.
Friday the 13th. Good date to be hiking to a supposed dead man's tent. Alright, so back to the story about this abandoned tent out here. Now apparently the body that was found in the creek further down, the fella actually, apparently loved this national park. He used to come out here and wild camp all the time and hike in the area, so sort of strengthens the case that this could be his tent. But like I said, we'll go have a look around, see what we can find, see if we can find anything with a name on it or whatnot. Won't mess it up too much in respect to the fella if it was his, but we'll have a look anyway. Yeah, it's probably going to take about an hour maybe to get to the tent, probably not even. See how we go anyway. Yeah, it's probably going to take about an hour maybe.
As they make their way through the trees, they come across fresh animal tracks pressed into the dirt, large and unmistakable. It's a subtle reminder of how untamed this environment truly is. Harbour mentions, almost casually, that he always carries a knife for protection. After nearly an hour, the two finally locate the tent.
Alright, here we are. It's a bit weird, eh? It's like a kid's bag there. It's a hiking pack. a chair. How long this thing's been here? I mean, the body of the fella was found, I think, 2009. So if it is his, I'm not good at maths. What's that? 15 years or so ago. Surely it can't still be standing.
To their surprise, it's still standing in decent condition despite the years. Scattered around it are a number of strange items: a child's backpack, a collapsed camping chair, a duffel bag, and a heavy hiking pack. But one item catches their attention more than the rest. While not absolute proof, the discovery strongly hints at a connection. The atmosphere grows heavier when a loud, unnatural horn-like sound echoes through the forest. Both men hear it, but neither can identify what caused it. Harbour admits that while he had considered attempting a solo overnight stay at the tent, that strange noise quickly changed his mind. They press on toward the creek where the body was discovered. The terrain is steep and narrow, with drop-offs that would be treacherous during flooding. Harbour speculates that if the man had fallen in while heavy rain was surging through, it could explain how he sustained such severe injuries.
Yeah, she gets a bit gnarly down around the corner there. I mean, if old mate slipped in here somewhere during flood time and got washed down there a little bit, I don't think you'd be able to get out. And that would probably do enough damage to turn you into just a torso, but for speculation, we don't know that, so. But yeah, it's a gnarly canyon. Awesome spot.
It's only a theory, but a chilling one nonetheless. After exploring the area, the two men climb back to the tent.
All right, we're back. All right, we're done and dusted. We're out of here. Yeah, she's a creepy old bloody tent. That one out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm guessing by some of the dates and whatnot we saw on the battery and a couple of those things and the cooker, they sort of marry up to around when he went missing or he was found. So I'm guessing that probably was his tent, but still unsure, not completely sure if it was or not. But anyway, we're out of here. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Before retracing their steps out of the park. Back at the car, Harbour reflects on the discovery. The dated battery, the state of the gear, and the location all point toward the possibility that the tent truly belonged to the missing camper. He closes the video with his usual casual tone, noting that despite it being filmed on Friday the 13th, there were no cult rituals, no paranormal activity, just that strange, unsettling sound, and an atmosphere that never felt quite right. The condition of the tent, the items left behind, and the timeline all suggest a grim link to the tragedy. Could the unforgiving terrain have taken the man's life? Or was there something else lurking in these woods? If this tent really was his, why was it never discovered until now? And what exactly created that horn-like sound deep in the middle of nowhere? Nicholas Paparo is a dedicated fisherman and content creator, widely recognized for his outdoor YouTube channel, where he documents solo fishing adventures, tests gear, and explores hidden waterways. His usual uploads highlight the peaceful mix of challenge and calm that comes with time spent in nature, a personal escape into the quiet flow of wild rivers. But in this episode, that peace was unexpectedly replaced by unease. The day began like many of his trips. Nicholas set out deep into the forest, casting lines along a remote stretch of river with his dog Lola by his side. The mood was serene, focused and relaxed. He seemed completely absorbed in the steady rhythm of fishing, far from towns, noise, or distractions. But midway through, the atmosphere shifted.
Lola, come here. How's it going?
While filming, Nicholas noticed two men appear nearby. At first it seemed normal. Hikers or anglers sometimes pass through, occasionally stopping for a chat. Yet these two acted differently. They didn't greet him. They didn't smile. Instead, they lingered quietly, standing off at a distance, never responding even when Nicholas acknowledged them. Slowly, they edged closer, pretending to look around but always keeping their eyes on him. The longer it went on, the stranger it felt. Their movements seemed intentional, not casual. It became clear they weren't there for the river.
Come here. Come here.
Nicholas grew uneasy. Unsure of their motives, he heightened his awareness. Thankfully, Lola stayed close, her alert presence a silent shield that likely discouraged anything from escalating. Deciding not to take risks, Nicholas packed up his gear and moved further downriver. The men didn't follow, and there was no direct confrontation, but the encounter left its mark.
Woohoo! Alright, those dudes are just standing there staring at me. Sketchy! I don't know if they wanted something or what, but they were peeping me out from down the river, and then they came closer and closer, and they were just tending to look at the trees, and then they kept staring at me. Fuck. Usually people like say something or whatever. They're just standing there staring, like, especially peeking past the trees halfway down the river and then getting closer and closer and then standing next to me and just staring at me. Yikes.
Later, he reflected on what happened, visibly rattled. What began as a calm outing turned into a stark reminder of how quickly things can shift outdoors. Nature holds its own dangers, but sometimes the real threat comes from people. The men's silent, deliberate behavior raised red flags. Were they simply socially awkward hikers? Or were they sizing him up, possibly considering theft, intimidation, or worse? Their refusal to speak, combined with the way they shadowed him, suggested far more than idle curiosity. What do you think? Was Nicholas overanalyzing an odd encounter? Or did his instincts help him avoid something far more dangerous? Exploring with Bear has become well known for high-intensity urban explorations and paranormal investigations, often diving into eerie, abandoned spaces. In this episode, Bear teams up with Doug from Fear Fanatics and their friend Pam to try out the infamous app Randonautica, a controversial tool said to generate random coordinates influenced by a user's intentions.
Now, for this adventure, I have traveled to Cincinnati, Ohio, to meet up with Doug from Fear Fanatics and Pam to try the app Randonautica. So I do believe that the app itself advises you not to play at night. Not only are we going to be playing at night, but to make it a little more better, we're going to be doing it at 3 a.m. Now, you guys are not going to want to miss any of this video because Randonautica did send us to some pretty crazy locations. And holy smokes, the last location that it sent us to, be the judge for yourself. Comment below.
They set out at 3 a.m., the so-called witching hour, with one simple plan. Test whether the app could lead them somewhere truly mysterious.
So right now, there's no place for Pam to park. So she's just going to drop us off. We're going to check it out around here. She's just going to drive and come back and get us in a minute. But let's check this area out. There's a bridge. Oh man, that's dark. There we go. So can you get down over there? I wonder, ooh, what's that? Huh.
What is that?
Oh, that's a tape measure.
A tape measure?
A little tiny tape measure.
We have a surgical glove.
Ooh, surgical glove.
This is pretty cool, dude. I don't know why it brings here.
I don't know, but I like this river. Look at that. Check the rocks real good. Guys, keep your eyes peeled. Man, there's a lot to see. Oh, there's some.
Their first destination takes them to a secluded bridge spanning a river in Cincinnati, Ohio. At first glance, the location seems ordinary, aside from the heavy posting of security warnings and surveillance signs. But scattered across the bridge are unsettling objects: a dirt-covered children's toy, a single surgical glove, and a discarded tape measure. None of these items are dangerous on their own, but the way they're placed together feels strangely deliberate, disturbing enough to fit the eerie tone of the night.
Good, because there was nothing over there. I was just coming to see if you guys had any luck.
We're talking about geocaching and how, like, if you hide something in geocaching, sometimes you would, like, the people would, like, find a light post. Like, it'll take you to a specific point, and then it'll say it's around the light post somewhere. So you look around the light post and, like, maybe under here would be something. That's
So I was looking down, and then I saw the sticker, and I said, what does that say?
Read it, bro. It's kind of strange.
I gotta get good light on it. Okay. The trouble is... Hey, who wants to read that? I'm having a hard time with my eyes.
The trouble is that we have a bad habit encouraged by pedants and sophisticates. I thought I said pendants at first.
I thought I said
of considering happiness as something rather stupid. Only pain is intellectual. Only evil interesting. This is the treason of the artist, a refusal to admit the banality of evil and the
The second location guides them to a nearly empty public park. Under the dim glow of a street lamp, they discover a sticker tucked away with a cryptic message. The words reference the normalization of evil and the dulling effects of repeated pain, phrases that feel especially chilling in this late-night paranormal context. The unsettling vibe continues to grow.
Oh, man.
It's nobody's house or anything?
Look at the creek. Has got to be.
I don't think anybody's...
Was that your spirit talker?
That was.
Okay.
I put it in my pocket after I found this, though.
It just scared me.
It's in the pocket. I forgot about it, too.
Oh, it's in...
Look.
Wait, turn the lights on.
Hello? Wait a minute.
That's what I mean.
I see a light in there, man.
What?
There's a light in there. Put your light down.
Is there a light?
Yeah.
Somebody in there?
Try to blow up.
Oh, there is some kind of light in there.
Maybe we should go back.
Hold on. Man, it's not coming
There's
up.
some kind of light in there.
There is a
What
light.
would be?
Hold on.
This is weird.
Guys, I'm kind of scared.
Just
Back?
stay close. I don't... There's no
Hey,
way...
look, should we get killed or should we go back?
It's not like somebody's house, you know? It's abandoned for sure.
I know, so there wouldn't be a light in there, dude.
I mean, that's true, but... I don't know. I don't feel like we're trespassing or not. Hold on. Crap.
Could the Nautica thing send more than one people to the same...
Pushing them forward to the next set of coordinates. Finally, the app directs them deep into the woods, where they come across what looks like an abandoned outbuilding. A closer look reveals evidence of recent activity: cooking pots, dog bowls, and scattered trash suggesting someone may be living there. Then, they notice a faint light flickering inside. At first, they assume it's a reflection, but soon realize the glow is moving, indicating that someone is indeed inside. Proceeding cautiously, the group calls out, but receives no clear response. Inside, they spot bedding, personal items, and intermittent flashes of light, confirming occupancy.
Look, hold! Shh! What is it? I don't know. There's a light on right over there. And I just heard something coming from behind that camper.
What's inside there?
What is inside there? Hey, man. I feel... Hello? We're just shooting a video. Be careful. Look around that corner, though.
Does somebody have a weapon?
Yeah, I do. We're armed. Just shooting a video. Mean no harm. Look, that's on, though. Look at
What
that.
if somebody-
Put your light down.
Oh, that is on.
What is it?
It's a flashlight.
It's like
Where?
it's
Right
like
there.
right there. Look.
Oh my God.
Scary.
I don't like this.
That is scary.
What?
Oh, what does it say?
It said go to the light?
Oh shit! Did it really say that?
Holy smokes,
and
man.
see.
It says I'm from the light.
Oh my God.
Man, I got freaking goosebumps all over. I feel like there's somebody behind this thing. I do.
I feel like, yeah, I want to go. I'm scared.
I agree.
This was
I agree. This
worse than
doesn't
I
feel
expected.
safe. This does not feel safe.
Dog bowl.
Whoa.
Then, one of their devices delivers a chilling phrase. Go to the light. Moments later, they hear movement coming from behind the building. The realization hits. They're not alone, and whoever is there may not be another explorer. The situation escalates quickly. Footsteps close in. Strange noises echo around them. Then something is thrown in their direction. Fearing what might happen next, the team bolts, rushing back to their vehicle.
I mean, I'm not out of breath, but
I'm out of breath.
was pretty scary.
Like just that first. I can't even find out how to get in this
it was
car.
making me laugh, and I was scared.
You're aware of me.
It said be aware of me.
It said what? What did it say?
It said be aware of me.
I was scared and I...
Lock the doors. Lock them. How you lock these suckers?
Were you scared?
Holy smokes. Hey, that was scary. That was our intention, was scary.
Yeah, it was.
No more scary intentions, guys.
That was scary.
That
But
was...
it was still cool.
Earlier, Pam was talking about
took us
like
to a place
Brad Pitt
that was
intentions and
dilapidated,
money.
like abandoned in the middle of the woods, you know, down a trail. Gone inside, and then we heard something behind that.
Just as they begin to calm down, one last message comes through. Be aware of me. For some viewers, this encounter was nothing more than a squatter startled by uninvited visitors. Others suspect something far more sinister, that Randonautica had guided them to a site already tied to dark or intentional human activity. The disturbing messages, go to the light, and be aware of me, leave open the possibility of a paranormal element they can't explain. So what really happened? Was this just a dangerous brush with someone hiding in the woods, or did the app lead them to something beyond rational explanation? And if so, who or what wanted to be noticed? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want more disturbing encounters caught on camera, don't forget to like and subscribe. Uploaded on May 11th, 2025, this encounter comes from the channel Oklahoma Adventures, a group best known for their relaxed camping trips and rustic outdoor cooking across the North American wilderness. What started out as an easygoing day of bushcraft and riverside meals, however, quickly turned into a chilling experience, one that hinted at the presence of something far larger and possibly far more dangerous than they had bargained for.
Aventureros, aquí andamos en los territorios del Patón una vez más. Ya teníamos un buen rato caminando toda la mañana y nos detuvimos aquí a hacer una comida porque ya hace hambre, salimos muy temprano de la casa y el tiempo de almorzar tuvimos. Aquí nos vamos a echar un snack aquí en el territorio del Patón. A ver si no viene y nos arrebata
La comida.
la comida.
Vamos a comer.
Vamos, aventureros.
After several hours of hiking through dense brush and rugged trails, the team set up along a quiet riverbank. Spirits were high as they prepared a classic campfire feast, roasting corn, mushrooms, peppers, and meat over an open flame. The scene was idyllic, sunshine cutting through the canopy, birds filling the air with song, and laughter circling the camp. But then, without warning, the forest shifted.
¿Escuchaste?
No, por estar aquí comiendo.
Algo se arrimó acá, acá este lado.
Pues con ese olor, ¿cómo no?
¿Quién sabe qué será?
The bird song that had filled the background fell silent. The air grew heavy, the kind of silence that presses in on you. Overhead, large birds began to circle, a sign often linked to predators or death in the area. Seconds later, the sound of something massive broke through the stillness.
Tráiganse una bolsita donde tirar la basura. No la dejen aquí tirada.
Especialmente en estos lugares tan fregonzotes. Bueno, yo creo que hay que seguir camino, ¿no?
Vámonos.
Que algo se arrimó, no sabemos si fuera un oso o algo, pero un animal muy grande se arrimó para allá, para aquel lado. Toma de la comida.
Trae mucho animalito.
Sí.
Vámonos pues.
Branches cracked. Heavy footsteps thudded against the forest floor. Something was out there, large, unseen, and uncomfortably close to their camp. Though nothing came into view, the sound was undeniable. Whatever it was, it seemed drawn by the smell of food. Tension rising, the group quickly packed their gear, scanning the tree line and preparing to move. The obvious guess was a bear. But the longer it went on, the less certain they became. Not far from camp, one member spotted something that stopped them in their tracks.
Solamente escuché.
Algo corrió, quién sabe qué sería. Bueno, vamos.
¿Será un venado o algo?
¿Quién sabe? Vamos.
Aquí está una huella de algo.
¿Ah?
Aquí está una huella de algo. Desde aquí hasta acá.
Y aquí hay más arcos también, mira.
Oh, sí, ese está puesto ahí. ¿No?
Sí, nomás lo atoraron ahí. Mira. Es un patón ese. Está nomás atorado ahí con el otro.
Sí, mira.
Huge footprints pressed into the damp soil. They were far too large to be human, and the spacing suggested a bipedal gait. A short distance away, they found something even stranger. An arch of branches wedged together in an unnatural way. Crude.
Mira, ahí parece como una caidita de agua.
Algo así.
Ahí andan los pájaros.
Ya no se escucharon los cuervos. Quiere decir que sí era un patón el que se arrimó, porque ya ves que en ese ratito que
Sí.
estábamos cocinando se escucharon. Bueno,
Se escuchaban los pájaros en los árboles.
Deliberate, and unlike anything that had been there before. The discoveries led them to a chilling thought. This could be tied to El Patón, a Bigfoot-like creature rumored to inhabit the region's deepest forests. The silence, the vanishing birds, the heavy unseen presence, the prints, and the strange structure. It all seemed to add up. As they hiked out, the forest slowly came back to life. Birds began calling again, but the men weren't alone. The sense of being followed lingered, shadows moving just out of sight, steps that seemed to echo theirs. Some viewers argue the explanation is simple. A predator, most likely a bear, investigating the smell of cooking. But the scale of the prints, the bipedal stride, and the unnatural arch point to something much harder to explain. Could the team have stumbled into the territory of a cryptid? Was it just a brush with unpredictable wildlife? Or did Oklahoma Adventures come dangerously close to something that defies conventional understanding? Could El Patón be more than just a story passed down in local legend? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more unsettling outdoor encounters caught on camera. This brief yet fascinating clip may be one of the strongest pieces of trail camera footage connected to Bigfoot ever to surface online. Originally shared by the YouTube channel Strange Wilderness, it has quickly become a focal point of debate among cryptid enthusiasts and skeptics alike. The recording, captured by a stationary trail cam deep in a wooded area, appears to show a massive bipedal figure moving quickly through the trees. Its outline suggests broad shoulders, unusually long arms, and a slightly hunched posture. The body proportions don't match those of an average person, and its movement doesn't resemble someone in a costume either. Instead of the awkward or stiff motion typically seen in staged encounters, the figure moves smoothly, almost gliding through the forest with a natural ease. The footage itself is simple and unpolished. Lighting appears natural, consistent with daylight, and there are no signs of digital trickery or editing. While the image quality is standard for trail cameras, grainy and lacking fine resolution, it avoids many of the usual warning signs of fakery. There's no jumpy editing, no artificial blur, and no visible costume seams. What remains is just a handful of seconds showing a tall, shadowy figure crossing behind trees, silent, fast, and deeply unsettling. Part of what makes this clip so compelling is the way it's presented. There's no bold claim of undeniable proof, no attempt to oversell the evidence. Instead, it's simply shown as is, leaving interpretation up to the viewer. Some argue it could still be a carefully planned prank, but others believe the natural movement, unforced setting, and absence of obvious staging make it worth serious consideration. If it is fake, it's executed with an unusual level of detail and restraint. So, what are we really looking at here? A genuine cryptid caught by chance? An elaborate hoax pulled off with expert precision? Or simply a case of mistaken identity magnified by eerie timing? One thing is clear. If this footage was fabricated, it stands among the most convincing attempts yet. And if it's authentic, it could represent one of the clearest glimpses of a creature that continues to resist explanation. What do you think? Real or staged? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring disturbing or mysterious encounters, be sure to like and subscribe, because more chilling videos are always on the way.
That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.